Hello again, YouTube. I made sure to empty my recycle bin because I'm going to need all the hard drive space I can get, because today I've got a lot of work to do. The OSS has more or less concluded, and we're going to start here with the $16.50 mystery bounty. Although what you're looking at here, the reason why you don't see a table is because I'm going to take you through the leaderboard of the 251. It did not end with a chop, but I'm not going to cover it because for two reasons. Number one, the field was, get ready for this, buy-in of $2.50, 52,493. And when it was all said and done, well, it was already like 11:30 p.m. and there were still over 100 people left. I'm like, you know what? Nope, I'm not covering this one. Um, there's just way too many people left. I'm not going to get everybody's countries. So let's just give a shout out to the leaderboard, to our leaderboard here, for getting through 52,493 people. And another thing you will notice is this is a weird leaderboard. I don't know if we can trust any of this stuff, because I think what happened is that there's so many players that the system was just completely overwhelmed by what it was trying to deal with here. So even if I did cover it, I honestly don't know how reliable it would have been. Notice that somebody had a $7,500 bounty on a $2.50 buy-in. That's what the mystery bounty is all about. Your guess is as good as mine as to what's up with all this stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop that and drag out the leaderboard that we'll be talking about now. Another thing, actually, is that the lobby still claims that there are 87 people still playing in the $2.50 one. I don't know. All right, here's our final table for the 1650 mystery bounty, and you'll notice that this leaderboard's a little messed up as well. And this one claims that there are still two people fighting it out. This one has an entry total of 27,472. A bit more than you might expect, considering the difference between 250 and 1650, but yep, there's a lot of people in this one too. The overall prize pool for this one, $412,080. Half and half between the regular and the mystery bounty prize pool. You see Consti 007 got very lucky with his mystery bounty. Iravaban as well. So let's go through our top 90-ish players here. Stopping, of course, at 9. And this is a huge, huge prize pool. I'm at the upper limit of what I could feasibly ever participate in at the moment. There's the Bosky, who bought in 48 times. He's a team pro, and that's what he chose to do with his time. Buy in 48 times. I remember seeing Jew Boy from the 251 as well, so he's got some good game. All right, so up to 9. And you may notice that this final table does not have a single American player. Get used to that, because I took the flags of everybody in these final tournaments except for that 250 mystery banner, like I said. But all the other grand finale OSS tournaments, I got their flags. There were not a lot of Americans. So, yeah, get used to seeing a lot of different flags at these final tables. And I love to see that, because that means the game is healthy in a lot of different countries. Today we have Germany, Russia, Chile, Canada, Russia, Thailand, and Brazil. So good luck to everybody. One last thing, actually, before we start. Both the 250 and the 1650 mystery bounties were 10-minute blinds on day 1 and 15-minute blinds on day 2. So that's the formatting. We have a lot of, we have pretty big blinds. This shouldn't take forever. Our chip leader... Actually, wait, our chip leader has a ton! Maybe this will take a while. The numbers being what they are tells me that, that when it came time to it, they got stuff done. Vamos with no reason to play that hand. Question is, does Ovechkin play the King 9? He is, and he's going to make a min-raise. Interesting. Directo said, actually, with a reason to just call. And he hits that jack. Ovechkin certainly could have raised more and just driven him out. And now he's going to bet much less than his pre-flop bet. Again, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I have no idea why that's a trend. I don't see why it could possibly be productive, especially when you completely whiff the flop. They're not going to fold very often. You want them to fold, don't you? Now, we can see that it's probably not going to happen, and now he actually rivers showdown value, which may save him from an all-in push here. He's got about 10 bigs left, 10.5 bigs. Pirato just checks, and yeah, it's a good opportunity to just check back. Yeah, Ovechkin did the right thing in the end. So he still has a seat, but it's down to 10% as much as Vamos. Don't know what he was waiting for to fold that 4-7 offsuit, but you'll find out that a lot of these guys were multi-tabling. So again, I'll try not to clown on them too much for wasting my life by tank folding 7-4 offsuit, because chances are they actually have a decision on other tables. I don't know how they deal with, especially at this level, but I guess to be fair, America's Card Room is encouraging it by having so many high-stakes tournaments at the same time to conclude the series. And, okay, Vamos, did you intend to min-bet there? Or was that a mistake? Were you trying to bet, like, 800,000 and you accidentally put 80,000? Because if you intended to min-bet there, I'd say you got what you deserved on the turn. Multi-tabling is no excuse for min-betting in that spot. Again, I just am not a fan of that play in general, even though everybody else is. I'm not doing this just for the sake of being a nonconformist, but like I just don't get it. I kind of do in the sense that you know, you can bet really small on the flop to get a little more into the pot before you drive them out. That, from that angle, I get it, but you're also giving them a chance to hit the turn as well, to gain only a little bit more into the pot. You know, I feel like the risk is about equal to the reward, depending on the board texture. It might even be more risk than is worth it. Okay, see, that's a solid bet. I mean, I think I might have hit the nail right on the head, actually. He was going for 80,000 or he was going for 800,000 and instead it made it 80,000. I might have completely nailed it. Yeah, easy all in there for Ovechkin. And this is a bounty tournament. It's not PKO. And in fact, by the end of the tournaments, most, if not all, the remaining players are only going for the minimum bounty. Because you can't see it from here, but I've checked in on them before the end of the game, and there will be a little chest in the top left-hand corner letting you know who's got what bounties. Well, not like who specifically, but how many of each tier of bounties are left. And in each one that I peeked at, only the bottom 2 tiers were left out of the last, like, 30 or so players. So the motivation to knock him out isn't actually that strong. Question is, does he feel priced in at 2.8 million, hoping his cards are live? No, he does not. And I agree with that. That's one advantage of the mid-raise, especially when there's a really short stack at your table. I'll confess that much. If you'd done what I do and make it like 850, maybe I would have felt priced in. Pocket threes join the fun. Gate 69. I hope I'm not saying anything bad there. I do not speak German. I speak a little Spanish and a teensy tiny bit of Japanese. But I don't feel comfortable going to either country just yet. YZ Champ. Facing a quarter pot bet because it's what the KEWL kids do. Okay, this is a little much for that small of a bet, but again, most of them are multi-tabling. Did he just click back min raise? And that happened to work because he happened to have absolutely nothing. They're playing a strange game. They really are. But I suppose that's what you get when the buy-in is only $16.50. You know, these guys are not necessarily cream of the crop. Although SeaTac 4, I'm Your Knight 43. I'm assuming I'm Your Nightmare was just gone. And I think Gekka Gate 69 I've seen around the block. I've seen them play some pretty big tournaments. They were obviously attracted by the huge prize pool and the chance to get a mystery bounty worth thousands of dollars. Well, I don't think any of these guys have the mystery bounty worth thousands of dollars, but they've got thousands of dollars all right. And Vamos, understandably, 3-betting with that monster stack of his, but picking a bad time to do so. In fact, picking the worst time to do so. There's nothing worse than being up against pocket kings when you have king-queen, and wow! If he knew what Vamos had, that's exactly the play that he would have made there. Just calling with the kings, making sure that the board doesn't have an ace first, and then pushing. Vamos with an extremely fast bet of 2.1 million, and I think now I'm Your Knight, I'm just going to call him I'm Your Nightmare, is ready to just shove. The pot's big enough, and the chances that that flop helped Vamos' hand are so slim. Just take what's in there. It's a big pot. Okay, he's got his own agenda. Again, the risk. Like, the difference between 8th... Oh, now he's going for it. Okay. So he ended up doing better than I would have. Credit to him. Great play by I'm Your Nightmare. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to call him I'm Your Knight. I'm Your Knight with 19.9 million, and all of a sudden, big dent in Vamos' chip stack. Michael Scrotto with, 10 big blinds, that's an all-in. And that's also a fold for everybody else. They have nothing. I forgot, this is ACR. Ace-Jack is like the plague, but he actually manned up and decided to raise all in with it. like he should. Ace-8 suited goes in the muck, but to be fair, he's up against the chip later. I get it. Get. Ace-10 suited. That is too much to fold. Red, but not what he's looking for. Vamos with your super duper standard quarter pot C bet that I wish people would just drop. He's gonna call. Is the Pikachu face still a meme? Because, like, I like to imagine that people who bluff with 5 high with a quarter pot bet and then they get called, they make the Pikachu face. And now he overbets the turn. So he is going by what I said of, like, insert small from both parties and then go crazy on the turn. If that's been working for him, then great. Now he raises with 4-7 off suit. Which, to be fair, is a play you can certainly make when the big blind is as short as he is. I would have made it a little more than the min raise, though. Again, if you've got nothing, you should bet more. You've got... Okay, I don't even know what that bet is, honestly. Is that a blocker bet, or what? I think that was intentional, because he's got, like, the bottom of value range, and now he is behind. He's still betting small. I honestly have no idea if he's bluffing or if this is some kind of sick value bet or not. Michael Scrotto just hit. I can't imagine he wants to get rid of it. He's got only 2.5 million left. Is he willing to ride with that king? Okay, well, he rode with it as far as he needed to. Vamos does not want to put him the rest of the way in. I would say that's probably smart. If he can call up to then, I don't think that river card would make him want to fold. Michael Scrotto. Blinds just went up, so this wouldn't be the worst shoving spot ever, especially blind v blind. He does go for it. I'm your knight with ace-jack, the bane of every ACR player's existence. It's blind v blind. Surely he can make this call. He does make this call. And there's an 8 for Michael Scrotto, but there's 3 hearts out there for I'm your knight. How about that? That is like a custom-ordered flop by an anarchist. That is beautiful, beautiful chaos. So I'm your knight needs a jack or a heart. That's a heart. Michael Scrotto is out of here. But good effort. Good effort. He didn't play nearly as scared as some other short stacks that we've seen with me covering the final table. So, nice performance for 8th place for him. $2,933 off of your $16.50 investment. I see that as an absolute win. And speaking of absolute wins, I'm very happy to announce that I have checked for chops. 6 out of the 8 grand finale tournaments have concluded now. One of them was the 251 that I'm not going to cover. But that one did not end with a chop, as you saw. And out of the other 5, only one of them has ended with a chop. There's 2 more that have yet to be concluded. They decided to stop it at the final table. And they're going to play it out later today, which is good because that'll give me a chance to actually maybe cover the rest of them. I think we'll cover 3 today, which might take all day, so I'm prepared for that. I don't think I missed anything important there. King, Queen. The other bane of ACR players' existence. So far, it looks like I'm your knight and Vamos are setting up to go heads up at some point here. I'm your knight with a great flop there as well. C-Tac. The Russian semi-pro, I guess? I would assume he's at least semi-pro. So I have seen him on a fair few leaderboards. That's a nice bet. That's actually a decent chunk of the pot size. We can see that I'm Your Knight is not going anywhere, but if you want them to fold, bet more. You know, not exorbitantly, but, you know, bet more than a quarter of the pot, for crying out loud. C-Tac is getting on my good side. Now he bets smaller, relative to the pot anyway. Again, I'm not entirely sure what this bet is. I think it's a chance. I think he's trying to buy a check on the river. He's been checking this whole time. He wants to get to a showdown, and that smallish bet is his way of doing that. I think he might have done exactly what he wanted to do. Yeah, I'd say well played by both parties. I'm Your Nightmare, or I'm Your Knight, sorry, controlling the size of the pot with just one pair, which is probably prudent. C-Tac getting what he wanted, which was a cheap showdown, using his power of position to use his bets to make sure that when it got around to him on the river, he'd be last to act. He could just check it down. So I like the way he played that, even though he lost quite a bit. Vamos raising with 3-6 offsuit and getting rewarded with 2 pair. Wait, it'd be Gecke Geit for Germany, wouldn't it? Well, Gecke Geit actually manages to fold the ace-10 immediately. Honestly, I saw him being a lot more stubborn than that, but good for him. That board had so much nothing on it, I figured he might stick around. Gecke Geit, ace-king suited. A second. I don't think this is going to be a huge pot. He's going to re-raise. Oh, it's going to go all in. Okay. I feel like that's a little much, but he'll play his way. It's jack suited. Easy all in for... Okay. Again, tell me what the hell the point of this bet is. Leaving behind that much... Like, what is professional about it? Why did the good players do that? I don't get it. They just saw Phil Hellmuth doing that sometimes and decided to do that themselves. And there it is again. I hate this play so much. It doesn't make any sense. It just delays the inevitable. Gecke Geit just with the call. I don't know about that one. Well, Ovechkin, congratulations, you have 600,000 left. What do you want to do with it? Oh, he went all in. What a shock. Thank you for delaying that for no reason. Ovechkin with the ace-king willing to ride with it. Obviously, with how short of a stack he was to begin with. Cannot fault him at all for that. And the pocket tens are holding so far. Y'all know what he needs. That will do. That'll do. Ovechkin sticking around, 5.8 million. Still awfully short. Oh, he even changed his emote. He's happy about the double up. Why shouldn't he be? I think he changed it, right? Yeah, he did. Cute. I like that. I used to do that before, just settling on one emote and then... Oh, got walked. Got walked with pocket tens. Come on now.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Jack 7, Jack 7, Jack 7. Robots, really? Oh. Vamos, as usual, is the one who raises with it and then gets the job done. Vamos certainly is enjoying having a big stack. There's no doubt about that. He is cycling between min raising and 3xing it, and 2.5x sometimes. It's inconsistent, but I can't really say that's a bad thing, because keeping your opponents guessing is very important in poker. And now he actually has some spades to work with. And he checks. He flops a flush draw and he checks it after raising 3x. I don't quite understand that. Well, now I'm your knight. Had the best 10, no longer. Vamos now has a pair. Now he goes for it, and that should be an easy win. Now Vamos actually has a hand to play with. He goes for 2.5x this time. Pocket sevens folding. Pirato Z is certainly one of the tighter players. He would like to see some of these 4 million guys bust out soon. And I like the just call there by I'm your knight, because he knows that Vamos is capable of playing a huge pot with him, and he doesn't want to endanger his equity that much. And there's that third club. Vamos has the nuts. I'm your knight still with a good hand. He's not going to fold, but he's played it cautiously to make sure that he doesn't lose too much. Now he might be able to fold, because any jack beats him now. That right there is a clinic on how to lose the minimum. And yeah, he's definitely going to fold to that bet. That's way too much. But to be fair to Vamos, that's just his style. You know, he bets a lot all the time. So may as well just go with that. Keep your opponents guessing. That's one way to do that. So even I'm your knight with all those chips is still content to play second fiddle so far. Wait for a couple players to bust out and then make his move. Which, can you really blame him? Can you really blame him? I don't think you can. If you bought in for $16.50 and outlasted 27,470 people to make it to this final table, and there was a difference of, let's see, over $3,400 between 7th and 5th place, you'd probably play on the safe side. Ovechkin. The beautiful hand to shove with. YZ Champ was just kidding, so we'll just take that. Pirato Z.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Dude. I don't want to tell you how to play poker. I'm not even that good at it myself. But Ace-Jack suited. Vamos raising. He could have freaking anything. Like, he could have had, like, the 7 of diamonds and a napkin, and he would have raised there. That was that stack right there was perfect for a 3-bet shove. I'm 3-bet shoving there every time. I don't care what the ICM is. Like, 90% chance Vamos just folds. 90% chance. You coward. Oh, great. And the circle's covering his cards. Look. Playing cautiously for ICM purposes, I don't have a problem with that to an extent. But folding Ace-Jack suited in that spot where it should be obvious to anybody that the play there is a 3-bet all-in, because Vamos is raising with any 2 cards there. 90% chance he folds. That'll buy you some extra time before you have to do anything crazy again, because you'll pick up the 1 million, plus all the other blinds and antes. You'll add significantly to your stack, so you don't have to do anything crazy. Ooh, hello. Hello! Hold on, let me pause that real quick. You passed up a great opportunity to chip up by like 1.5 million at least. You pass that up, and then you immediately press the deal button. That is just peak poker cowardice. There's no respecting that. Oh, Ovechkin, meanwhile, is doing the opposite of cowardice. He just check-raised the chip leader with 8 high and a gut shot. Vamos, of course, has nothing. Except, well, he actually has a draw, too. But with 3 spades out there, he doesn't have a spade. Neither does Ovechkin. But that check raise just reeks of strength, doesn't it? I'd have to fold here. But he's going to keep going, and now what does Ovechkin do? What does he do? If he's going to bet, he's going to have to go the rest of the way, and he doesn't want to do that. He tried being brave, but Vamos bets the minimum. What is going on? I already feel my head hurting. And we're like a quarter of the way into the first one of the day. This is going to be a bad day for me. What is he trying to... Dude, you don't have a hand! You don't have a hand! What are you doing betting 1/12 of the pot? He calls, and he hits a pair! What do you know? What do you friggin' know? You want him to fold, bet more! I have no words. I have absolutely no words. What the hell was that? Are you colluding? Are you just a fan of Alex Ovechkin as well? Do you just want to let him right back in the game? Because that is how you let people back in the game. Like, in the most blatant way possible. Oh, wow, he folded ace-10 there. It was small blind. Like, I kind of get that. It's offsuit. He just picked up a lot of chips. Vamos acts behind him. And he'll be out of position, so I kind of get that fold. But yeah. If Vamos is colluding with Ovechkin, then that hand right there is all the evidence that we need. I don't want to believe that, but, like, you really think that... What the heck is going on here? Well, he is going the other way. I guess he realized that betting small there was really stupid. Ovechkin really shouldn't be tanking at all. I would tell you what Pirato Zed's cards are, you know, through the glitch circle, but it doesn't matter. He's not going to play into them anyway. He just had ace-10 offsuit, and he snap folded there. He's a coward. I honestly do not know what the heck he's waiting for. Oh, well, I do. Somebody to bust out. That's what he's waiting for. Problem is, when you do that, other people then become waiting for you to bust out. Oh my! Geit with a couple of 6s may elect to shove here. Because, you know, Vamos raises with any 2 cards. 6s are probably better than his hand, and they are. Problem. Okay, he does fold. I'm your knight, calling with ace-king. Again, just calling because he doesn't want to get involved too much with the guy who could bust him. YZ champ. In a dream spot here. There's the all-in, no reason to play it soft. Now I'm your knight. With ace-king, does he find the fold button here? Because YZ Champ hasn't played very much either. And the squeeze there makes sense. He could be doing that with, less than aces for sure. But CTAC. How likely is it the YZ Champ is doing that with less than kings when there is a super short stack right there? But he can't get away from it, understandably. It is ace-king, and the two clubs there are the best thing that he sees. The aces have him completely crushed. And he is indeed completely crushed. YZ Champ, 22.3 million, even fills up on the river just for good measure. I'm Your Knight, still in third place, but that is a precarious chip stack right there. I don't think there's much you could have done, though. And CTAC is about to experience a miracle here. He's actually got a shot at this. Vamos, of course, will call here. But CTAC actually will be getting it in with a decent chance, and it's still a decent chance. He now can hit a 10 for a gut shot, or, of course, a king or a queen. There's a queen. Vamos can only steal it away from him with an ace on the river. Nope. CTAC sticks around. Pirato Zed's cowardice is looking worse and worse and worse. Notice that nobody else has pressed the evil green circle yet. Pirato Zed. Shameless. Wow. Look at CTAC coming over the top of an early position raised by Vamos with just pocket sixes. See, he's not a coward. Look at him go. He's up to 6.8 million now. That's what happens when you're not a coward. You win sometimes. There's nothing that infuriates me more as a fan of poker than watching somebody who's clearly not trying to win when you get to the very end. Of course, you would like to move up, but when a situation calls for you to stick your butt out there, you stick your butt out there. Pretty nice board for jacks. King or a 9 would have given him a straight. In the end, it's just a 10, and I'm Your Nightmare with just enough to call. Okay, good fold, good fold. Vamos also was playing that on the slightly conservative side, at least by his standards. But did figure by the end that the ace is most likely good, and he was correct. Ovechkin with a couple of kings. Most likely will not get anything out of this, though. Unless he limps. Unless he limps. Vamos has been in one gear all finals. Oh, never mind. Guess what, Pirato Zed? I know you're very upset at this, but you actually have to play. You have 7 king off suit. I wonder if he's going to make a bluff at this. Do you think he's going to make a bluff at this? Do you? I'd say no. Wow, I'm right. Well, Ovechkin tried to slow play it. Didn't really work out, but he did win the hand, so can't be that upset. But yeah, brave of him to actually try slow playing there, honestly, with his stack being where it was. A couple of 5s, he says no. There's 4 people to act. Doesn't want to go too wild there. And every time Vamos is on the button, he's going to move all in with any 2 cards. Because the other ones are folding so often. That's another thing. When you fold so much, you are going to get run over pre-flop. Especially when the guy to act before you is Vamos. Whee! Ovechkin should have shown those pocket kings. Then maybe he could get away with limping there. Vamos is an extremely risky style, but in his defense, if you can get away with running them over a few times in a row, it'll make up for the odd courtesy double up here and there, unless it's, to somebody you really weren't prepared to double up. I wouldn't play like that, personally. But he's making this work. Because he correctly is realizing that a lot of these guys are just waiting for other people to fold. King, queen. I'm your knight. Doesn't want to play it. His plan has failed. He wants somebody else to bust out now, but he is down to 21 big blinds. He's got to be brave at some point. He's got to be brave. Bro. You don't limp into the guy who's got the entire rest of the table covered. Unless you have a monster. Oh, look, king, queen, back to back. And king 6 for pure after Z. Not that anybody cares because they'll be folding it. Woo! All in for an effective 20 million. I don't know, man. That's awfully risky. But at the same time, you know that YZ Champ's not going to call unless he's dead sure he's good. And he wasn't even that good, so good job, Vamos. All in. Just automatic. You know he's going to do it every time now. He's got the rest of the table completely destroyed. I mean, this is no longer a game of poker. This is just a game of bingo. You need to knock Vamos down a peg before this becomes poker again. There you go. C-Tax, no coward. When a situation calls for you to move your butt in the middle, you do it. Maybe Pirato Z chose the deal button specifically so that we couldn't see the great hands he's shamelessly folding. Because I think he should know by now, he's not getting a chop. God, this is pathetic. Somebody just stand up to this guy, please. So pathetic.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
There you go. Oh, kings! Kings! Good lay down there. He figures that if another short stack is playing back at him, then he's got to have it. I'm just happy that Producto Z is a short stack now, honestly. That level of cowardice deserves no reward, and he's not getting a reward. It is at this point that I would like to remind you, these guys bought in for $16.50, and they're guaranteed $4,000. And they're not happy with that. They want more. They're guaranteed $4,000 off of their $16.50 buy-in. And they are begging to be moving up the money ladder. They are just crawling across eggshells to move up one more spot. It is pathetic. Suited ace. Suited ace-8, 10 big blinds, no. There is one person trying to win. One. No, two. C-Tech is trying to win too. Doesn't want to go at it with 4s, though, understandable. Best case scenario, it's a flip. Does Ovechkin want to get involved? No. Good timing, though. Oh my god, Pocket Kings. Pirato Z actually has Pocket Kings. The tightest player in the galaxy has moved all in. Everybody get the hell out of here. Geke Gate. Thinking. That was actually a difficult spot. I'll give him that one. This is so pathetic. Can somebody besides Vamos and SeaTac please try to win? Geke, thank you! Thank you! And they both hit their kicker. So Vamos is down to a 2-outer. And double up! See how easy it is? Just show some resistance and you might actually win. Show no resistance and you will get run over. He's still going all in every single hand. Honestly, at this point, with everybody else playing the way they are, I can't even get mad at him for that. I think he's doing the right thing. These guys are pathetic, man. Yes, it absolutely does spit on just what the game of poker is all about. But you know what? When everybody's this much of a coward, may as well. I mean, I'm Your Nightmare doesn't even think about it. Just folds ace-10. Bro, try. Just try. Pirato gets kings again. Oh, I want to see some 6s and 5s so bad. You have no idea. 6s and 5s, please. Yes! That's a great flop for Vamos. 6-5-4. 6-5-4. Yes! Yes! The coward gets what he deserves! I mean, congratulations on Pirato Zed making it to 7th place out of that enormous field and managing to get it in with Pocket Kings. You can't really... I mean, he had Pocket Kings. Of course he's going to get it in there. He just got slightly unlucky. Very unlucky, actually. Woo! Justice! And finally, he's showing a little bit of guts. Vamos with a decision, an actual decision. I like it, because, again, everybody else is playing so cowardly. Chances are the 5s are either flipping against a really strong ace or are behind another pocket pair. Oh, Ovechkin with an easy all-in. I'm Your Knight. Could flip with him. I don't think he will, though, especially with YZ Champ to act in the big blind. On the plus side, I really don't even have a job to do right now. I'm just watching and seeing when these guys will eventually clash pre-flop. That's all there is to it. Oh, Ovechkin with the suited King 8. Thought about it, I'll give him that. It's just becoming a question of who grows some first. The answer for now is SeaTac, but again, he still doesn't have enough chips to play with, and he's been getting dealt very little cards. Not much you can do about that, especially with almost being so quick to put him in. Because why shouldn't he? Dude, just go all in. Go all in. It's not that hard to do. SeaTac has had guts. I'm glad that he was successfully able to ladder up. But when you're shoved on and you've got nothing, there's not much you can do. Hello. Ovechkin willing to flip with the pocket sixes. YZ Champ, the second biggest stack, if you can even call it that, has the ace-7, was willing to just shove it in, as he should, honestly. Ovechkin did the right thing, I think, by calling. But the 7 comes on the flop. The 10 gives him a straight draw, though that's irrelevant. Ovechkin simply needs a 6 to stick around. And that's not going to do it. YZ Champ increases his chances of going heads up with Vamos. Ovechkin takes 6th from Thailand. Well done. You know, having Vamos on your direct left the entire final table, that's probably about as good as you were going to do. I think Vamos makes this call easily. SeaTac just had to go for it there. And again, props to SeaTac for not being a freaking coward and actually putting his chips out there when he should. Ace high still holding. Ace high still holding. Gotta dodge the Jacker 7. And he does. Alright, Vamos still obviously has the overwhelming chip lead over the rest of these guys. It's not even close. But, again, that'll at least buy SeaTac some time before he needs to do that again. And once again, back to being card dead. Jack 3 offsuit. That's never worth going all in with. That double up still wasn't enough for Vamos to change his ways. He's still going all in pretty much every single hand. YZ Champ apparently didn't make it back from the break in time. Almost actually does fold sometimes. YZ Champ picks up another pot. Now he's almost 1/3 of the way there. And YZ Champ's not playing ace-7 there with those other 3 short stacks. Come on, I'm your knight! You laddered up to 5th, that's good enough. Well, the thing with YZ Champ is he actually has... Go! He's not gonna. He's not gonna. He's gonna fold. I'm just gonna encourage him anyway. The thing about YZ Champ, though, is he's actually in a spot where he probably should play tight, because every time he's going to raise, there's a pretty strong chance that Vamos just goes all in anyway. So he should probably wait until he actually has a strong hand that he's willing to run for that whole stack with. Dude, this isn't even a decision. This is an insta all-in. Okay. Oh, what a flop. Vamos picks up the pair of kings. Geka Gate, though, Gate with a straight flush draw. Wouldn't that be a way to break the seal? That's not going to do it. He needs a jack or a heart or 10. Oh, he hits the straight flush! We got a straight flush at the final table, ladies and gentlemen. Geka Gate 69 doubles up to 11.3 million. I don't think that's going to change Vamos' ways yet, but maybe one more. And he might actually start playing real poker again. Again! Again. You need to grasp the situation in front of you. Maybe he thought that that double up would make him slow down, but no, it wouldn't. C-tack with pocket queens. I'm glad that he doesn't waste any time. He just goes for it. I am rooting for C-tack at this point, if you couldn't tell. Like, why is that champ? If you're not willing, dude, go. You have 5 bigs left. This isn't even a decision. Just go. It's a suited ace. You have 5 big blinds. Just go all in. It's 5-handed. You are so pathetic. Oh my god. And he gets rewarded. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Kick a gate. Probably in a spot to go for it. Wow, he's extremely lucky that he decided to be a coward there. Oh, man, he's getting much better than he deserves. Well, he doubles up. Congratulations, I guess. Kick a gate. Probably should have gone all in there, to be honest. But he's just really lucky that he didn't, because obviously he loses to the Beast King. Once again, when you consider how far they have come, and how much money they've already locked up compared to their buy-in, I have no respect for them being this committed to laddering up one more spot. I left my window open, and all of a sudden, the temperature is skyrocketing. I have to close it. Well, it's nice that he actually put up a qualifier that time. I left the window open to try and filter some of the dust out, but I have to close it again because it's getting warm. Oh my gosh, that's a regular raise. Gikigite frozen in place, doesn't know what to do, and could see a flop, but decides to fold king queen. 5-handed. Again, nobody's really playing poker anymore. I think Vamos is pretty lucky that he's up against people this cowardly. C-Attack's not going to fold this. He's brave. I think. There you go. Again, I wish you'd actually just stick it all in there instead of delaying the inevitable, but, see, he knows when to put his chips in there. Oh, I might have played that one if I'm C-Tag, but then again, this is the biggest coward remaining going all in, so. And in the end, he was correct. He was behind. Well, why is that champ has taken my advice, but unfortunately he hasn't been dealt the big enough hand that he needs to put a dent into Vamos' stack. Now he can go for it. Unless I'm Your Knight also goes, then he might want to stay out of his lane. He does go for it. Wow, how about that? And I don't blame him for folding after I'm Your Knight actually decided to play ball this time. Ace-Jack holding. Vamos just needs a queen or a 4. Simple as that. And, alright, Ace-Jack wins. He finally stands up for himself a little bit. And that's still not going to change Vamos' way. He's got 76 million against 11.3 is the next best. So we're still not watching poker. Although, considering the amount of time that we have left, it would seem like somebody finally does make a pass at him. Somebody might finally put a dent in his stack. That's probably a call for Mamos. And let's go, C-Tac! Yeah! How about that flop? Uh-oh. Okay. Nice. Back to 10 big blinds. His pathway through this final table is kind of like my pathway through my IRL tournament the other day. Except I didn't make it down to the final 5, but... You know. That would have been a good spot to min-raise, though, wouldn't it? Let Vamos try to 3-bet you all in. Because that's what was happening beforehand. Look at me advocating a min-raise. What is wrong with me? God, I've got so much poker to go through. This is not going to be a good day for me. Free double up. He just folded queen 2. This is not a decision. This is automatic. Oh, you! You! Do I have to keep watching? I'm gonna have an aneurysm. How the f do you ever be that much of a coward? I cannot believe what I just saw. I don't care that I can see the cards and you can't. Vamos has been going all in every hand for the last 30 minutes. And you're not willing to risk your stack on pocket 10s. See, now he's got pocket 8s, but Vamos hasn't done anything yet. So he's going to actually man up and go all in himself this time. Like that logic's any better. No. You call all in when you already have somebody going all in with every single hand, and you know that pocket 10s are way ahead of his range. This is aggravating. This is so hard for me to watch. Dude. We've been over this. If you're gonna min-raise, be ready to call off the rest of it. How have you not warmed up to this pattern of events yet? You know what he's going to do to you. He has been metronomic. Can we please give C-Tac some cards? He's the only one trying. He deserves cards more than these other losers. There you go. That's how you do it. There you go. That's how it works. That's what I've been trying to tell you. You spurn the opportunity with pocket queens earlier. You just open shoved. Not the most comfortable flop in the world. You don't want to see it shot, that's for sure. But that's what you get. Don't. Oh. Wow. He actually had a hand so bad that he actually had to fold it. Well, that and He probably noticed that YZ Champ just did that with aces. I'm not going to clown at him for holding that one. With two people in the pot. But again, YZ Champ, you know what he's going to do. Do not min raise unless you're willing to call it off. Vamos is in poker heaven. Like, this is this is what you dream of. Having this kind of a stack and having these idiots folding suited ace to you when you're moving all in every single hand. Please give C-Tac some cards. 9-5's not going to do it. Why are we not giving him any cards? He deserves them more than any of these other idiots. What are you going to do here? You got 2.5 big blinds behind. You just got to hope you have live cards and go for it. That's what I would think. But these guys have a different agenda. A different feline agenda. You know that Thursday night football game last year between the Broncos and the Colts? The one where it went to overtime and yet the fans were all filing out of the stadium, you know, in advance of overtime? That's what this final table is. This is the poker equivalent of that game. I'm not even sad for you. It's pocket nines, and you're a coward. Get out of here. C-Tac is the only one who is actually trying. And he's the one who's the most card dead. But because he's actually trying when he gets cards, look at that. He's still here. YZ Champ, you had an ace. And C-Tac, no. You're better than this, man. Why would you ever call for a deal when this guy's got 18 times as much as second place? Is it a joke? I hope it's a joke. What would a deal even accomplish for you? Like, you would all be, like, barely getting more than fourth place money, and he would be getting way more than typical first place money. I think that's how it works, anyway. I wouldn't know, and I don't want to find out. I'm gonna go get my window. Let it go. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. This is absolute garbage. Oh, good. He leveled up. Good. hopefully I've filtered out a few of the dust particles, and of course my nose starts running when I say that. Excuse me. Can we just stop here? 103.8 million, 2.1 million. This is obscene. This is absolutely obscene. And the fact that we can see that the robots are actually going to prolong this torture for me is just peak robots. It's peak robots. They want to torture me. They're getting exactly what they want. This is the worst poker I've ever seen in my life, and they're going to make it continue until I lose all my brain cells. I'm so done with this. I'm just going to leave it running. Draw your own conclusions. I honestly don't care anymore. This is the worst. He folded a pair with 3 big blinds. I'm out of here. This is the worst poker I've ever seen in my life. Well, my Oshi didn't make it to heads up. Oh well. Napkins. What else am I missing here? That will live. I know some of you have been watching me and like enjoying how I get like progressively more broken with each one. I genuinely do hope that you are happy and that you're laughing. This one broke me. I'm not talking about the rest of this tournament. I don't care that he's starting to actually pull back into it and they might actually start playing poker. They've lost me. They've permanently lost me. I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna make myself a sandwich, and then we're gonna do the next one. The next one cannot possibly be worse than this. Holy crap, he's right back in it. I don't care. I don't care. Should I actually be an adult and talk about the rest of this tournament now that they might actually play some real poker again? Yes. But I won't. I need some emotional distance from this tournament. It's just kind of amazing how different a mystery bounty is from a PKO in the sense that the mystery bounties, because we, like I said, we knew that the biggest mystery bounties were long gone by this point, and the bounties weren't worth that much. They played even more piss scared here than I've seen in any non-bounty tournament at all. If this is a PKO, there's no way there is no way any of the you saw would have happened. The fact that Vamos might actually lose this game now is just depressing to me. For about a 60-minute period, he was the only one actually trying to win this tournament. Besides, what was his name again? SeaTac 4. SeaTac 4. We have a lead change against all odds and against any poker-related deities that may exist. I'm not going to be a part of this. They lost me. I have folded. I have folded. I'm just going to have you draw your own conclusions from this heads-up battle, which is actually a battle. You know what? Good for them. You had me to entertain you with how much I was losing, my before. Now you actually have a game to watch, so be entertained by that instead, I guess. These are really hard to eat. I probably still will be eating it before the game ends. That was a nice play. Just knew that I'm your knight how to draw. Oh, that's right. There's a new event starting in Golden Goblins. Oh, sweet. It is started. 39 minutes ago, in fact. Custom ordered board by I'm Your Knight. Really, we're getting this BGM? Oh my god. Another straight flush against the nut flush. The shame you lost, man. That would have been a really fun hand to talk about. Just remember the points that I proved. C-Tech 4 got the shortest end of the stick in terms of card distribution. He was short-stacked the entire final table, but he survived a fourth because those rare times that he did actually get playable hands, he played them. That's how you survive. Not by folding and being a pissy pants. And I can tell you, that rings true IRL as well. I was all in 4 times in order to get to my IRL final table. You play like this, the only way you can win is by being a massive freaking luck box. Like, for instance, having the disgusting fortune of making a straight flush against your opponent's ace-high flush. At least Emir Knight is showing us that he does have poker chops. That he can play good heads up once he actually has a sack. I've seen him before. I know he is a good player. It's just that he just let go of every shred of dignity at this final table. I would have expected better from I'm Your Knight because I've seen him on leaderboards in more expensive tournaments than this. So, for him to be that much of a coward all final table is like, it's very unlike him, you know? I think that makes this hit even harder. Like, why are the good players being such wimps? Whoa! The lollipop just, like, went straight off of the end of the tip and straight into my mouth. Crap, this is gonna take a long time to chew. I won't be able to talk anymore anyway. So, let me just say it while I still can. I hope you enjoyed my descent into madness. There's many more where that came from. This is the end of OSS, part 1, and the next part can't possibly be worse than this, so... Love you guys. I'll compose myself. I'll try to be more professional for the next one, because like I said, it can't possibly be worse than this one. Bye. Oi, it's over.